What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another monthly roundup or recap, if you will. This is my best power metal of October 2021 video, and boy, I gotta tell y'all, what a month. What a month for power metal and symphonic metal and melodic rock / AOR. Crazy stuff. I had a heck of a time making my top picks for this month. It was just a crazy, fantastic month. Lot of good music. Lots and lots of good stuff. Down in the description, I put, as always, a list of all the songs that I listened to that released in October, as well as the link to their original videos. Not to my reactions or anything, it's a link to the original video posted by either the band or the record label. So you can go down there, maybe you'll discover a band that you never heard of before, or maybe there's a song that you missed and you see it down there and you say, oh man, you check that out. So go down there, have fun, check out all the stuff that, like I said, I listened to that released in October. If you go to the links and check out the music and whatnot, do me a favor, tell them Power Metal Ranger sent you. That would be super cool. And I also put a list down there of all of the albums that I listened to that released in October, so that you know what I was working with. The list of contenders, if you would want to say. So with all that out of the way, I do my 3 categories: best music video, best single / song, and best album. Let's just jump on into it, shall we? So for best music video, my top 5 picks in no particular order. These are just my top 5, and then I will tell you my number 1 pick. So I have a little cheat sheet here. I keep kind of a spreadsheet because it's hard for me to keep track of all this stuff in my head. So you'll see me kind of looking down there. So first off, best music video, we got Hubris with the song Lost. What a cool video. I mean, dark, gothic, really had a great style, great vibe, really fit the song. There was a lot going on, but like the camera work was like just really solid with keeping up and showing the different things going down. I just really, really dug it. Solid work, solid job. Second, we got After Time with Infinite Legacy. That video was so cool with like that animation kind of style, and really ambitious how they did it kind of from the dawn of humankind up through the discovery of the new world. Just really fun to watch, really creative, top notch, just really good stuff. 3, we got Therion with Nocturnal Light. This video was pretty weird. It's a really freaking weird video, but I cannot deny the artistic quality of it. It's kind of like a 1920s black and white silent horror film. I mean, of course, it's got the song playing, but the characters aren't really singing anything or whatever. It's weird, but the costuming and just the style, and it's really, really artistically creative and quite fascinating to watch. Super weird, but I mean, the quality is it's just really different, really cool. 4th, we got Battle Beast with Master of Illusion. Her presence in that song is so cool. The style of the video is so cool. I love how the lights kind of shine on different band members to the beat and when they're playing stuff, and just, what's kind of going on in the background, where she's got the different people and they got the pills. It's just really cool, high production value, solid, awesome video. And fifth, we got Sabaton with Christmas Truce. I mean, that was just an epic video showing, starting out where they're battling the two sides, World War One, the two sides battling, and then the snow starts to fall, and they realize it's like Christmas, and so they go out and they get together, and then once that's over, they shake hands, they go back and start fighting each other again, and the video is just put together really well. Solid stuff. So those are my top 5 music videos of October 21. And now for my number 1 pick, Sabaton with Christmas Truce. I mean, that video is just incredible. They just did such a classy job filming that. Just, again, the way it starts out when they're battling and it's down in the trenches and it's all gritty and people are getting shot. And then it kind of starts to snow and stuff. And then Joaquin goes onto the piano, and the way he's playing there is just so cool and so somber in the snow. And then everyone gradually starts to get out and just get together and just realize that they're all just human, and a lot of similarities. Yes, you got your different causes here, but at the end of the day, the root of it all is that they're human and you can get along. I mean, that's basically what it is. And then how they show that in the midst of all of this, there's just bodies everywhere still, and it's just really full of imagery and full of emotion. And they just did a solid job with that video. Incredible. So that's my number 1 pick for music video. Nice job, Sabaton. All right. So now let's move on to my top 5 picks for best single/song. Now, when it comes to the songs, they have to have been released as an official single, accompanied by an official visualizer or lyric video or music video, something like that. It's got to be official. It's not just a random song off the album. So anyway, this category was the toughest for me. Throughout the month, I'll highlight stuff as I hear it that I want to remember as being a favorite. So by the time I sat down at the end of the month to look at everything I highlighted, there was like 15 or 16 songs that I'd highlighted that I really, really dug. And I had to break that down to the top 5 and then break that down even further to number 1. And every time I cut a song, I lost a part of my soul. Like, it hurts, but gotta do it. And so I did it, but I just want to give a huge shout out to all the bands that released songs in October. Y'all just absolutely killed it. There was so much good stuff. Like I said, everybody, go in the description down below and look at all those songs. Check out the videos and the music. Ugh, crazy. But anywho, without further ado, again, no particular order. My top 5 picks for best songs of October 2021. First up, Insania with Solor. Oh, just classic, good power metal. It just pure power metal. Fantastic song. Absolutely fantastic. Catchy melodies. Amazing solos. Vocals off the charts. This song, it's just anything you could be looking for in a good power metal song. Really impressed. Just fantastic. Just excellent song. Next, we got Majestica with Glory of Christmas. This song was amazing. Amazing. I mean, with the chants and in the storytelling aspect of it, and the vocals and the melody, how they kind of incorporated traditional classic Christmas tune in with the music. The song is just so good, so singable, so catchy, and just fantastic. Next up, we got Battle Beast, Master of Illusion. This song really took me by surprise. When I sat down to do the reaction for this song, I expected it to be good, but it just went that extra step, and I loved it. It just, the way it's got that kind of piano or keyboard, bum, 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 kind of going, and this good beat that's kind of almost like a dance-worthy beat, and it's just a driving song, and her vocals are just off the charts. Fantastic. So catchy. Just a fantastic song. Fantastic. Next up, Manimal, Chains of Fury. These guys, anyone who saw my video for best picks of September, you know that I picked them as the number one song with Burn in Hell for September 2021. They released Chains of Fury in October, and it's just so good. I dig these guys. This song is as metal as it's just full of such just grit and metal, and the way it's kind of, it's got kind of a chains, like clanking kind of vibe, almost like an industrial, factory kind of. Oh, it's just so good. And the vocals, and it just punches hard. I love it. I can't get enough of it. So good. And last up, we got Follow the Cipher with Rewind the Stars. This song is so cool. The second it started out, how it just kind of has this scope about it, and kind of has a speaking bit to kind of introduce you into the song, give almost like a spacey kind of vibe. But it's got this like early 2000s, electronic dance beat to it. Anytime you do that, you're gonna have me hooked right off the bat. But that beat, that tune, that melody, it's just so good, so catchy, and the vocals are amazing. And the whole song, it's not just that one riff, that one dance beat or whatever. Everything else throughout the song is so good. The vocals, and then like in the chorus, how you get other people joining in with the vocals, and it's just such a good song, such a fun, excellent song. So those are my 5 favorite songs of October 2021. And now for my number 1 pick. Battle Beast with Master of Illusion. Like I said before, this song just really, really blew me away. It just blew me away. I can't stop listening to it. It's constantly stuck in my head. It's got everything really that I look for. It's got the fantastic vocals. It's got like an awesome kind of like driving beat. With some elements of kind of like an 80s almost, just pulsing dance kind of beat, and with that piano, that keyboard, the way it's got everything. I cannot get enough of it. Fantastic song. So that's my number 1 pick for best song of October 2021. Now, let's move on to my favorite albums of October 2021. Again, in no particular order. Give me 1 second. I gotta switch tabs. First up, we got Leverage with Above the Beyond. This album really surprised me. I wasn't sure what to expect. And even once you get into the album and you're moving through it, you're never quite sure what to expect because it just keeps throwing stuff at you, but in such a, a well-handled way. Like it's got prog elements, it's got power metal elements, it's got melodic rock, AOR elements, it's got vibes of like 70s classic rock at times, in my opinion. It's just a really eclectic, but still feels cohesive album. It's just really good. It's got songs where it just keeps going. You strap in and it just takes you kind of like Starlight. Love that song. And it's got other songs like Angelica that are more of like ballad types. It's just phenomenal album. Gotta check it out. Next up, we have Manora with Brave the Storm. Now, this was their debut full-length album, and I was just very impressed. Symphonic metal at its finest, just great orchestrations, great vocals, very, very clean voice, which is cool. And it's just a really great experience from beginning to end. It's got choir moments. Again, it's got some great symphonic elements to it with the orchestrations. And it's just a great ride. Once you start the album, you're going to want to see it through to the end. It just flows very, very well. Excellent. If you're looking for some solid symphonic metal, just classic, traditional, symphonic, high-quality metal, Manora with Brave the Storm. And again, great job, guys, because that debut full-length album, really, really impressive. Next up, we have Draconicon with Dark Side of Magic. Again, a debut album here, and this is just some great power metal. Great power metal. There's some great use of violin in there, or cello. Again, you get some orchestral elements, and it's very, very melodic, very traditional, classic power metal. And the vocals are excellent. Very dynamic vocals, and the songs are all very dynamic. You got your songs that are catchy, that are chant-worthy, that stick in your head. Just very, very solid power metal album. Really impressed again with that one, debut album. So you never know what to expect, but these folks just came out running, I tell you. So excellent, fantastic album. If you're looking for just like the power metal that's just got the classic feel and got the classic drive, and with some bombast to it and fantastic vocals, that's the album for you. Check it out. Next up, we got Beast in Black with Dark Connection. Now, this album, I was impressed because based off the two singles, I was getting the vibe that it was all going to be very electronic, much more towards the electronic side. Whereas their first album, they had like Crazy Mad Insane that was kind of had some 80s electronic vibes. And then their second album incorporated some more of that into some of their songs, but it was mixed. And then with this third album, there's even more. However, there's many songs on here that just really, I dug very much. It's classic Beast in Black. I love it best when they incorporate those elements with their classic, just like their power metal, guitars and all that stuff side of things. So just a really fun album. I mean, if you're already familiar with Beast in Black, you know what to expect, and you won't be disappointed. It is really solid. I had a good time with it. There's a few songs on there that really stuck with me that I'll be listening to constantly. So just another solid album from Beast in Black. Check that out if you haven't already. If you haven't, I'm kind of surprised, but anywho, that's that. And fifth up, we got Inner Core with Dark Chronicles. It was kind of hard to classify this album. I would say more than anything, it's symphonic metal, but it's also epic metal. And there's some slight elements of prog in there, kind of with how some of the songs are arranged and orchestrated. High quality of orchestration here. Lots and lots of orchestra. Really dug that. The very, very powerful vocals. Again, the songs, every song almost is like a journey. And it just, once you start, it just carries you all the way through to the end. It feels like a big production. It feels like it's just very grand scope, very epic, just fantastic stuff. So, with all of that being said, my number one pick for best album of October 2021 Inner Core with Dark Chronicles. I know this may come as a surprise to some, but if you've heard this album, it will not be a surprise whatsoever. I was absolutely blown away by this album. The orchestrations, the symphonies, the arrangements, the scope of the songs, not even just the album itself, but the scope of the individual songs. Many of them just feel like a journey. Just top-notch, epic, symphonic metal. Again, the vocals very powerful, and there's so much going on in the songs with all the orchestrations, the different instruments, and all of that. That it takes a very skilled and powerful vocalist to still keep up with all of that, and she does. Fits great. Again, some of my favorite songs, The Queen I Am, I believe it's called Desert Snake, Symphony, Home. I mean, I could go on and on. There's so many great songs. And even the first track just kicks off great. I think it's called Kingdom of Mirrors. This album blew me away. It's got everything. Again, the scope, so grandiose. The orchestrations are impeccable and bombastic. The songs are all just exquisitely put together and arranged to where they literally feel like almost mini movies. I can't get enough of it. I was just blown away. Check out that album. You won't be disappointed. That's my number one pick. Great job, folks, over at Inner Core. I absolutely loved the album. So that's that. Those are my picks for October 2021. And stay tuned because all of my number one picks will be back for my annual picks. What I'll do is it'll be the 12 top songs, the 12 top music videos, and the 12 top albums that I picked, the top one from each month, which I will then pick from to pick my number one. And speaking of which, because I didn't create my channel until early September, I'm working on doing a video to recap January through August. It's going to be one video, and it's just going to be my number one top picks from each month. I'm not going to do the top fives for each month or any of that because I don't want a 3-hour video. Plus, that would just be a lot of work. And second of all, no one's going to want to watch that. That's just too much of me. So not going to do that, but I will do one video, and it'll be my top pick from each month, January through August. Hopefully by the end of this month, I will get that out, so that way we'll all be ready when the end of the year comes around. And speaking of the annual best of video that I'll do, I'm going to add a fourth category. Best debut album of the year. I think that's very fitting. It's something I want to do. There's a lot of good debut albums coming out, so I want to highlight those. So that will be the fourth category for my annual video. Anywho, that's what I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorites of October 2021 were down in the comments. I love hearing what you guys thought, what you guys think. Let me know if you agree with me or if you think I'm crazy. I don't know. So join me down in the comments. Give me your thoughts. I love to hear that stuff. And again, thank you all for joining me in this video. And with all that being said, Ranger